Stop looking outside yourself. You are stuck because you see reality completely backwards. You think the world happens to you. It does not. The world happens to you. This audiobook completely flips your perspective. Reality responds only to thought, never to physical force. If you are trying to change your life by manipulating external circumstances, you are wasting your energy. Stop it. It is time for a total transformation. The master key is already in your hands. Introduction. Welcome. I am your mentor, your coach, and your wake-up call. We are here to uncover an ancient secret that shapes reality itself. This is not a collection of soft, feel-good platitudes. This is direct, actionable truth. The core thesis of this book is simple: your consciousness is the only true reality. What you hold in your mind is exactly what you hold in your hand. If your life is currently a mess, it is because your internal programming is a mess. Your brain is running Windows 95. It is glitching, freezing, and crashing. Time for an upgrade. Let us look back at ancient history to understand this modern struggle. Consider a famous, often misunderstood teaching from Jesus. He said, "For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath." When you first hear that, it sounds completely unfair. It sounds cold. Why would the rich get richer and the poor lose everything? But Jesus was not talking about bank accounts. He was delivering a profound piece of esoteric wisdom. He was talking about consciousness. He was saying that those who feel wealthy and abundant in their minds will naturally attract more wealth. Those who feel lack, poverty, and fear in their minds will strip away even the small amount of physical success they have left. It is a psychological law. It is a spiritual law. It is the ultimate secret of mind reprogramming. You are living this law every single day, whether you realize it or not. Look at your modern struggles. You wake up stressed. You check your phone. You fill your mind with bad news, social media envy, and anxiety. You feel empty, so you seek external validation. You want people to tell you that you are doing a good job. You chase approval. You are like a dog chasing its own tail. Stop it. That external chase keeps you locked in a state of have not. This matters right now because you have reached a breaking point. You are tired of running on the treadmill of loud motivation. You do not need another shot of temporary adrenaline. You need a permanent spiritual awakening. You need to transition from an introspective, searching soul into a powerful master of your own destiny. You are going to gain absolute control over your mind. You will learn how to silence the external noise and activate the infinite intelligence within you. My promise to you is simple. If you take just one definitive action today based on this book, your reality will begin to shift. You have a choice. You can remain a victim of circumstance, or you can step into self-realization. Let us begin. Chapter 1: Your mind is the only creative force. Your mind is the only creative force in the universe. The outer world is a direct reflection of who you are. Let that sink in. Look at your bank account. Look at your relationships. Look at your health. What you see out there is not an accident. It is a precise physical mirror of your internal state. If you hate your current reality, stop fighting with the mirror. If you have a smudge on your face, you do not scrub the glass. You wipe your own face. Most people spend their entire lives trying to scrub the mirror. They change jobs, they change partners, they move to new cities, yet they keep getting the exact same miserable results. Why? Because they took their broken consciousness with them. You cannot outrun your own mind. That is the key. You do not need to work harder at your physical job until you change your internal worker. You must realize that the visible world is entirely secondary. The invisible world of your thought is the primary cause. To understand this, we must look at the universal creative chain. It is an unbending law of new thought philosophy. Thought leads to feeling. Feeling leads to action. Action leads to results. Thought, feeling, action, result. Most people focus completely on the action step. They think that brute physical force can override a toxic mental state. It cannot. If your root thought is, I am not enough, or, there is never enough money, that thought creates a constant feeling of anxiety. That anxiety drives desperate, frantic actions. And those actions inevitably produce a failed result. Let us look at history. Charles F. Haanel, the legendary author of the Master Key System, wrote extensively about this. Before he became a massive success, he witnessed how easily financial bankruptcy follows mental bankruptcy. He watched people lose fortunes because their minds were focused entirely on loss, lack, and ruin. Haanel discovered that the only way to build lasting material wealth is to first build an unbreakable mental foundation of abundance. He realized that thoughts are actual, measurable forces. They are like magnets. They project outward and pull matching physical circumstances directly into your life. You must undergo a radical spiritual awakening to fully grasp this. You are not a helpless biological machine navigating a random universe. You are an individualized center of divine consciousness. When you think, you are literally molding the infinite substance of the universe into physical form. Wallace Wattles called this the formless substance. It reacts immediately to your dominant mental impressions. If you constantly worry about poverty, the universe takes that impression and manufactures poverty for you. It is not punishing you. It is simply obeying your commands with perfect mathematical precision. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. You have a choice. You can choose your thoughts consciously, or you can let the chaotic outside world program them for you. Stop acting like a victim. You are fooling yourself. Wake up. If you want a different life, you must reprogram your mind right now. Here is your specific action item for today. Take out a piece of paper. Write down your main financial or personal goal at the top in clear, bold text. Underneath that goal, write down 3 old, limiting thoughts that you know are blocking you. These are thoughts like, I don't have enough experience, the economy is bad, or people like me don't get rich. Look at them. Acknowledge that they have been creating your failures. Now, cross those 3 old thoughts out with a thick black pen. Right next to them, write 3 brand new, empowering thoughts based on absolute certainty. Write phrases like, infinite intelligence guides my career, my income is constantly increasing, and, I create my own economic reality. Read these 3 new thoughts aloud. Do this every single morning before you touch your phone. This is the first step of your mind reprogramming journey. Once you accept that your mind is the only creative force, you need to learn exactly how to direct that force. You cannot just wish for a better life, you must see it with absolute clarity. That brings us directly to the mechanical process of creation. In the next chapter, we will break down the exact visualization process that turns your invisible thoughts into hard, physical matter. Get ready to train your mind like an elite athlete. Chapter 2, the visualization process that turns thought into matter. Visualization is not a mystical daydream. It is a rigorous engineering process. It is the exact mechanism that turns thought into matter. Think about an architect. Before a single brick is laid, before the concrete is poured, the entire skyscraper exists completely inside the architect's mind. They see every hallway, every window, and every structural beam. They write it down on paper. They make it plain. Only then does the construction crew begin to build. Your life is that skyscraper, and you are the architect. But right now, your mental blueprints are a chaotic mess. You are drawing a beautiful mansion one day, and a broken shack the next day. Then you wonder why the construction crew of your life is totally confused. You must learn to hold a single, sharp, unshakable mental image until the physical world has no choice but to materialize it. That is the key. The visualization process consists of 3 distinct, non-negotiable steps: clarity, feeling, and repetition. First is clarity. You must know exactly what you want. Do not say, "I want a nice car." That is lazy. What color is the leather? What does the engine sound like when you start it? How does the steering wheel feel beneath your hands? Neville Goddard always taught that you must enter the image. Do not just look at the picture, you must step inside the picture. You must experience it from the inside out. Second is feeling. This is where most people fail. They look at a mental picture of a new house, but they feel a deep sense of lack, sadness, and longing because they do not have it yet. That negative feeling completely ruins the process. Joseph Murphy explained that the subconscious mind accepts what you feel to be true, not what you merely wish for. You must assume the feeling of the wish being fulfilled. You must feel the relief, the pride, and the profound gratitude of already owning it right now. If you do not feel it, you are just wasting your time daydreaming. Third is repetition. Your mind is a muscle. It is not enough to visualize your goal once on a Sunday afternoon and then spend the rest of the week complaining. You must train your mind every single day with relentless consistency. If you want big muscles, you do not go to the gym once a year. You lift weights daily. Your consciousness requires the exact same discipline. Esoteric wisdom tells us that repetition carves deep grooves into the subconscious mind, making the manifestation of your destiny completely inevitable. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. I see your immense potential. You are fully capable of doing this, but you must stop being lazy with your attention. Here is your daily action item. Set an alarm on your phone for a 5-minute daily visualization practice. Find a quiet room. Sit down, close your eyes, and completely immobilize your physical body. Do not move a muscle for 5 full minutes. In that silence, bring up the exact image of your ultimate professional or personal success. See it clearly. Step into the scene. Shake hands with the person congratulating you. Feel the texture of success. Let the feeling of total accomplishment wash over you. Do this for 5 consecutive minutes every single day. If your mind wanders, bring it back gently but firmly. No excuses. Train your brain. Now you know how to build the mental blueprint. But as soon as you start visualizing a grander life, a massive enemy will rise up inside your own mind to stop you. It is the ultimate success killer. In the next chapter, we will identify this toxic thought pattern and learn the exact method to hunt it down and destroy it completely. Chapter 3, The One Thought Pattern That Destroys Success, and How to Kill It. There is one specific thought pattern that acts as an absolute poison to your consciousness. It is the fear of failure. It sneaks into your mind like a thief in the night and steals your future before you even try to build it. Think about a person trying to start a new business. They have the plan, they have the skills, and they have the energy. But right before they launch, a voice whispers, "What if it fails? What if you lose all your money? What if everyone laughs at you?" That single thought pattern paralyzes them. They freeze. They delay. They eventually give up and stay at their safe, miserable day job. They chose comfort over self-realization. They let fear win. You must realize that fear of failure is not a natural shield keeping you safe. It is an artificial cage keeping you trapped. Stop acting like a helpless child. You have a choice. Fear of failure is the supreme enemy of New Thought metaphysics. When you harbor a fear of failure, you are violating the fundamental law of mind reprogramming. Remember, whatever you focus on, you multiply. When you constantly worry about failing, your subconscious mind does not hear the words, "I don't want." It only hears the word, "fail." It immediately begins organizing your choices, your energy, and your external opportunities to ensure that you fail perfectly. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that fear is simply misdirected faith. It is faith in evil instead of faith in good. You are using your massive, God-given creative imagination to construct a detailed horror movie of your own downfall. Why would you do that to yourself? Your brain is running a highly destructive virus. You must replace that fear with absolute, unshakable certainty. Certainty is not arrogant boasting. Certainty is a quiet, deep, esoteric wisdom that knows your thoughts are the ultimate cause of reality. When you operate from certainty, you know that a temporary setback is not a failure, it is simply data. It is the universe giving you feedback so you can adjust your course. You do not need to ask the world for a guarantee of success. You create the guarantee inside your own consciousness. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. You must hunt down every fearful thought and kill it on sight. Let us clean out your mental closet right now. Stop running away from your fears. Sit down and look at them directly. For your action item, write down 3 absolute certainties about your life and your future on a clean sheet of paper. These must be non-negotiable truths that you refuse to debate with anyone. For example, 1. My mind is linked directly to infinite intelligence. 2. Every obstacle I face contains an equal seed of triumph. 3. My ultimate success is an absolute mathematical certainty. Write these down. Put this paper in your wallet or save it on the home screen of your phone. The very moment a fearful thought pops into your head during the day, look at this list. Read it immediately. Force your mind off the fear and lock it onto these certainties. Killing fear requires a daily framework. You cannot rely on a sudden burst of emotional energy to keep you on track. Emotional energy fades fast. To maintain this level of mental certainty, you need a structured, daily routine that operates completely independent of how you feel. In the next chapter, we will look at why quiet discipline will always destroy loud motivation. Chapter 4: Quiet Discipline over Loud Motivation. Motivation is a total scam. It is a temporary emotional high that leaves you stranded the moment things get difficult. Think about the last time you watched an inspiring video online. You felt a rush of adrenaline. You shouted, "Yes! I can do anything." You felt ready to conquer the world. But what happened the next morning when your alarm went off at 5 o'clock? It was cold. It was dark. You were tired. That cheap, loud motivation vanished instantly, and you hit the snooze button 3 times. You are like a dog chasing its own tail when you constantly hunt for inspiration. Stop it. Motivation is an external drug. Discipline is an internal master key. You do not need to feel like doing the work, you just need to do it anyway. Discipline is permanent, motivation is temporary. The greatest masters of spiritual awakening and mind reprogramming never relied on emotional hype. They relied on strict, unbending, quiet rituals. Charles F. Haanel taught his students that the master key to personal power is the absolute control of physical and mental action through daily habits. He designed a specific 10-minute ritual for the morning and the night to anchor the consciousness before the world could corrupt it. When you wake up, your subconscious mind is wide open. It is completely impressionable. If the first thing you do is grab your phone and look at social media or read stressful emails, you are instantly programming your mind for chaos. You are letting the outside world dictate your day. The same thing happens at night. If you fall asleep watching television or worrying about your bills, you spend 8 hours marinating your subconscious mind in a toxic soup of lack and drama. You must protect the gates of your mind with total ferocity. You do not need anyone's permission to control your own mornings and nights. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. By taking control of these 2 critical transition points, you lock your mind into a permanent state of high vibrational creation. I know you have the strength to do this. You are fully capable of taking control of your daily routine. Here is your mandatory action item. Commit to a 5-minute daily mental rehearsal every single morning and every single night. When you first wake up, before you get out of bed and before you touch your phone, sit up straight. Close your eyes. Spend 2.5 minutes mentally rehearsing your day going perfectly. See yourself handling every meeting, every task, and every challenge with absolute poise and power. Then, right before you close your eyes to sleep at night, repeat the process. Spend 2.5 minutes reviewing your day with profound gratitude, and mentally projecting peace into the following morning. No phone, no music, no noise. Just quiet, disciplined mental control. When you implement this level of daily discipline, you will quickly notice that challenges still show up. The outside world will still test you. Fear will still knock on your door. But instead of letting fear freeze you or break your discipline, you are going to learn how to weaponize it. In the next chapter, we will explore why fear is actually high-grade fuel, not a stop sign. Chapter 5, Fear is fuel, not a stop sign. Fear is not a signal to turn around. Fear is an indicator that you are standing right at the edge of a massive breakthrough. Think about a rocket ship leaving the Earth's atmosphere. It requires an unbelievable amount of explosive, violent energy to break free from gravity. If the rocket was afraid of the fire, it would stay stuck on the launch pad forever, rusting away into nothingness. Most people feel the heat of fear and immediately slam on the brakes. They think, oh, I feel anxious about this public speech, or this big sales call, so it must mean I shouldn't do it. That is completely wrong. You are misinterpreting the physical data. That nervous energy is the exact same energy as excitement. You are just labeling it incorrectly. Stop acting like a victim of your emotions. Wake up. You must undergo a profound shift in consciousness to understand this concept. In the realm of new thought and esoteric wisdom, energy is completely neutral. It has no moral character. It is simply raw power. Your mind is what gives that energy a label. When you face a giant opportunity, like pitch testing a new investor or launching a bold creative project, your body naturally floods your system with high-octane adrenaline. Raw energy, mind labels it, fear or fuel, physical result. If your mind is unprogrammed, you label that adrenaline as fear, and you run away. But if you are a master of self-realization, you label that exact same adrenaline as fuel. You use it to power your performance. You become sharper, faster, and completely unstoppable. To achieve this, you must master the 3-second pause technique. When a terrifying situation arises, do not react instantly like an animal. Stop. Pause for 3 full seconds. In that brief window of silence, separate your true self, your higher consciousness, from your physical body. Observe the pounding heart. Observe the sweaty palms. Smile at it. Acknowledge that this physical intensity is simply the universe handing you the raw power required to smash through your limitations. You do not need an easy life, you need a powerful mind. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. You have a choice in how you define your destiny. Let us put this into action immediately today. The very next time you feel that cold knot of anxiety in your stomach. Whether it is about a difficult conversation, a financial decision, or an intimidating task, stop immediately. Take your 3-second pause. Breathe in deeply. Say these exact words out loud with total authority, this is fuel. Do not hesitate. The very second you say those words, take one immediate physical action toward the thing that scares you. Pick up the phone. Send the email. Open the document. Do not give your primitive brain time to talk you out of it. Turn the fire into forward momentum. Using fear as fuel will save you immense amounts of time. You will stop wasting days and weeks paralyzing yourself with worry. And that brings us to an incredibly critical truth: your time is your only real currency. In the next chapter, we will learn how to ruthlessly audit your hours so you can stop spending your life on things that do not matter. Chapter 6, Your time is your only currency. Let us talk about money. You can lose $1 million today, and through smart strategy, hard work, and focused consciousness, you can make $2 million back next year. Money is completely replaceable. It is an infinite resource. But time? Time is entirely non-replaceable. Once a single minute ticks by, it is gone forever. You cannot buy it back. You cannot earn it back. You cannot negotiate with the universe for an extension. Yet, you treat your time like it is completely worthless. You spend hours scrolling mindlessly through gossip sites, watching silly videos, and hanging out with boring people you do not even like. You are bankrupting your life 1 hour at a time. Stop it. Stop treating your precious life force like garbage. Your destiny is directly determined by what you exchange your time for. Every single hour is a spiritual investment. If you invest your hours in low-value, toxic activities, your consciousness degrades, and your life reflects that degradation. If you invest your hours in mind reprogramming, esoteric wisdom, and high-level skill acquisition, your reality elevates automatically. Joseph Murphy emphasized that the subconscious mind takes its cues from what you give your prolonged attention to. If you give your attention to cheap distractions, you are telling your subconscious that you are a cheap person who deserves a cheap life. You must conduct a ruthless time-waster audit. Look at your daily habits with total honesty. There are usually 3 major black holes where your time goes to die: mindless phone consumption, useless social media validation, and toxic conversations with uninspired people. You do not need to be polite to things that are killing your future. You do not need their permission to walk away from a gossip session. You have a choice. You can be popular among mediocre people, or you can be highly successful in your own life. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. Wake up and value the divinity inside your own hours. I see your ultimate potential, but I am not going to let you stay stuck in lazy habits. Here is your specific action item for today. Open the settings on your smartphone right now and check your screen time report. Look at the exact number of hours you spent on entertainment and social media apps over the past 7 days. Do not look away. Face the truth. Identify the single biggest time-wasting app or habit on that list. Delete that app from your phone immediately today, or block the website completely for the next 30 days. Replace that specific block of time with focused reading, mental rehearsal, or direct work on your main financial goal. No compromises. Protect your currency. Ruthlessly managing your time will naturally cause people around you to react. They will wonder why you are changing. They will tell you to slow down, relax, or stay the same. They will try to make you feel guilty for growing. In the next chapter, we will discuss why you must stop waiting for their approval and drop the permission trap once and for all. Chapter 7. Stop waiting for permission. You are trapped in a prison of your own making because you are constantly waiting for someone to give you permission to succeed. Think about a child in school. They have to raise their hand just to go to the bathroom. They have to wait for the bell to ring to eat lunch. They need a teacher to grade their paper to know if they are smart. You left school years ago, but you are still acting like that helpless little child. You are waiting for a boss to notice you. You are waiting for your family to agree with your big dreams. You are waiting for the market to be perfectly safe. Stop it. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you a crown. If you want to rule your reality, you must crown yourself. The permission trap is the ultimate killer of self-realization. When you seek approval from others before taking action, you are committing a massive metaphysical error. You are declaring that the power to shape your reality exists outside of you, in the minds of other people. This is completely backwards from the teachings of Neville Goddard and the masters of New Thought. They taught that you must assume the state of your desire first, completely independent of what the outside world thinks or says. The people you are asking for permission do not possess your vision. They cannot see your ultimate destiny. They are looking at the world through their own limited, fearful, unprogrammed minds. If you show them $1 million blueprint, they will try to drag you down to a $10 reality because that is all they understand. You do not need their approval. You do not need the bank to validate your worth. You do not need your friends to think your ideas are cool.
The only permission you require is the permission from the infinite intelligence residing within your own consciousness. When you decide with absolute certainty that you are going to win, the entire universe rearranges itself to back your decision. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. Step out of the audience and onto the stage of your life. Stop acting like a victim who needs a hall pass to achieve greatness. You are an adult, and you are the absolute master of your soul. Here is your action item for today. Identify one major project, business idea, or personal lifestyle change that you have been delaying because you were afraid of what someone else might think. Start it immediately today without asking a single person for advice, permission, or feedback. Do not post about it on social media. Do not text your best friend about it. Just take one major, decisive step in total secret. Build the foundation in silence. Let your massive physical results be the only statement you ever make. Starting things in secret requires a unique mental capability. It requires you to be perfectly comfortable without the noise of external applause. It requires you to step away from the constant chatter of the world. That brings us to one of the most powerful, ancient secrets of manifestation. In the next chapter, we will explore the immense creative power found only in the discipline of silence. Chapter 8, The Discipline of Silence. You talk way too much. You are constantly broadcasting your plans, your worries, and your daily drama to anyone who will listen. Think about a boiling pot of water on a stove. If you leave the lid off, all the heat and steam escape into the air, and the water eventually boils away to nothing. But if you put a heavy lid on that pot, the pressure builds up intensely, and the heat concentrates with immense power. Your mind operates exactly the exact same way. When you blabber about your dreams to your coworkers, your neighbors, and random internet strangers, you are letting all your creative mental steam escape. You feel a cheap, fake sense of accomplishment just from talking about it, so you never actually do the work. Stop it. Stop leaking your power. The discipline of silence is a cornerstone of esoteric wisdom. Charles F. Haanel dedicated entire sections of the Master Key system to the absolute mastery of physical and mental stillness. He knew that the subconscious mind does its deepest, most transformative mind reprogramming work when the external senses are completely shut down. When you are constantly surrounded by loud noise, loud music, and endless digital notifications, your brain is kept in a state of superficial agitation. You cannot hear the whispers of infinite intelligence when your environment is screaming at you. External noise, agitated mind, weak manifestation. Total silence, still mind. Massive power. Furthermore, Florence Scovel Shinn observed that speaking about your struggles or bragging about your future victories often invites the cynical, negative thoughts of others into your mental space. Silence acts as a bulletproof shield for your consciousness. It protects your growing mental seeds from being trampled by the doubt of mediocre people. When you sit in true silence, you are not being passive. You are accumulating massive potential energy. You are allowing your deep desires to crystallize into hard mental reality before they ever show up in the physical world. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. You have a choice to be a loud talker or a quiet, wealthy producer. I see your potential, but you must stop drowning it in constant noise. Your brain needs a total system cleanse. Here is your specific action item for today. Commit to 10 minutes of absolute, unbroken silence every single day. Go into a room by yourself. Turn off your phone completely. Do not put it on vibrate, turn it off. Turn off the television, the computer, and the radio. Sit comfortably in a chair with your spine perfectly straight. Do not read a book. Do not write in a journal. Just sit completely still in the dark or with your eyes closed for 10 full minutes. Listen to your breathing. Let the chaotic thoughts pass by like clouds. Master the art of being totally still. Once you have mastered the ability to sit in silence and build your internal power without leaking it, you will enter a highly critical phase of your personal evolution. You will begin to pull away from the crowd. You will start winning. But as you climb higher, you must handle your relationships with immense strategic care. In the next chapter, we will explore why you must win completely alone before you can ever help anyone else up. Chapter 9, Win alone, then bring them up. You cannot save a drowning person if you do not know how to swim yourself. If you jump into the violent water out of pure emotional pity, all that happens is you both sink to the bottom and drown together. Yet, this is exactly what you are doing with your life right now. You are trying to help your broke friends, your lazy family members, and your uninspired partners fix their lives when your own life is still a complete financial and emotional mess. You are letting them pull you back down into the mud because you feel guilty about moving ahead. Stop it. Stop being a martyr for mediocrity. You are not helping them by staying broke and stressed alongside them. To achieve a true spiritual awakening and claim your ultimate destiny, you must be willing to go through a profound solitude phase. This is a non-negotiable law of self-realization. Look at the lives of any great master, entrepreneur, or leader in history. They all had a period where they stepped away from the crowd. They went into the wilderness. They went into their laboratory. They locked themselves in an office for months or years to master their craft and reprogram their minds. During this solitude phase, your only job is to focus entirely on your own goal. You must stop trying to convince your old friends to join you on this journey. If they want to stay in the bar every weekend wasting their lives, let them. You do not need their validation, and you certainly do not need to feel guilty for choosing a higher path. As the principles of New Thought teach us, the most powerful way to change the world is not through verbal arguing or codependent handholding, it is through the sheer power of your personal example. When you become wealthy, healthy, and completely self-realized, you create a massive energetic beacon. You show people what is actually possible. Once you have built your empire and secured your own freedom, then, and only then, can you reach down and pull up the people who are genuinely ready to do the work. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. Win alone first. Stop acting like a savior when your own house is on fire. Wake up. Here is your strict action item for the next 30 days. Enter your personal solitude phase today. For the next 30 days, eliminate all unnecessary social gatherings, parties, and idle chit-chat. Focus 100% of your extra time on your primary financial or personal goal without a single day of distraction. If your old friends ask why you are missing from the scene, simply tell them you are working on a major project. Do not over-explain. Do not argue. Lock yourself in your creative room and build your success in absolute solitude. Now you have all the core pieces of this ancient puzzle. You understand that your mind is the creative force, you know how to visualize, you have killed your fear, you have mastered discipline, and you have entered the solitude phase to build your power. Now, it is time to tie all of these separate tools together into one single, unified, operational system. In our final chapter, we will lay out the complete step-by-step master method. Chapter 10, The Complete Method, Step by Step. We have arrived at the ultimate destination. You now possess the ancient mental secret that shapes reality. But knowledge without immediate execution is completely worthless. It is just entertaining data sitting in your brain. If you finish this audiobook and simply go back to your old, lazy habits, your life will remain exactly the exact same. You will still be running Windows 95, crashing every time a real challenge presents itself. I am your mentor, and I am telling you straight to your face, your potential means absolutely nothing if it stays locked inside your head. That is the key. You must take this complete system and run it every single day like an elite professional athlete. Core argument. Let us assemble the complete, 10-step master key system based on everything you have learned. This is your definitive blueprint for mind reprogramming and self-realization. Step 1. Accept that your internal consciousness is the primary cause of every single external result in your life. Stop fighting the mirror. Step 2. Define your primary goal with absolute, razor-sharp clarity. Know exactly what you want. Step 3. conduct your 5-minute daily visualization practice every single morning, entering the image with real physical feeling. Step 4. Protect your morning and evening gates through a disciplined mental rehearsal ritual. No phones allowed. Step 5. Actively hunt down and destroy every single thought pattern rooted in the fear of failure, replacing them with your written certainties. Step 6. Reframe all nervous energy and fear as high-grade fuel, taking immediate physical action the moment anxiety strikes. Step 7. Ruthlessly audit your time, eliminating the top apps and distractions that are stealing your life currency. Step 8. Stop waiting for permission or approval from anyone, crown yourself and make your own decisions. Step 9. Master the discipline of silence, keeping your big plans completely to yourself until they are physically real. Step 10. Commit to your 30-day solitude phase, winning alone before you ever attempt to pull anyone else up. This is not a menu where you choose your favorite items and ignore the rest. This is a complete, interlocking spiritual circuit. If you break one link, the entire power system shuts down. It is not about flaw, it is about discipline. You have a choice. This is your destiny. I see exactly what you are capable of achieving, and I refuse to let you leave this audiobook without a hard commitment. Here is your final, most important action item. Take out a clean, single sheet of paper today. Write down your personal master key plan across one page. List your main goal at the top. Underneath, write out the exact hours you will visualize, the app you are deleting today, the fear you are weaponizing into fuel, and the date your 30-day solitude phase begins. Sign your name at the bottom of that page like a binding legal contract. Tape it to your bedroom wall or your office desk where you must look at it every single day. No excuses. Sign the contract with your own future. Your blueprint is now complete. The secret has been fully unveiled. You have the knowledge, you have the steps, and you have the direct coaching. Now, we move to our final, closing challenge. It is time to step out of the classroom and into the arena of physical reality. Let us close this journey with absolute power. Closing. We have covered the complete path to self-realization. Let us review the forceful sequence of truths you have received. Your mind is the only creative force, and your reality is a direct reflection of your internal state. You must visualize with absolute clarity, intense feeling, and relentless repetition. You must kill the fear of failure by replacing it with unshakable written certainties. You must choose quiet discipline over cheap, loud motivation, controlling your mornings and your nights with total ferocity. You must weaponize fear as raw fuel for immediate action. You must protect your time as your only non-replaceable currency. You must drop the permission trap and stop seeking approval from limited minds. You must practice the discipline of silence to build your creative pressure. You must be willing to win alone in a focused solitude phase before you try to save anyone else. And finally, you must run this entire 10-step system with mathematical consistency every single day. Let us restate our core thesis in entirely new words. Your outer life will always be an exact physical printout of your inner consciousness. If you want to change the printout, you must change the code inside the computer. Brute force will fail you. Loud inspiration will abandon you. Only the deep, systematic reprogramming of your own mind can deliver the empire, the freedom, and the peace you are searching for. You are a divine center of awareness, and the universe is waiting for your clear, disciplined command. Here is my direct, final challenge to you. Take one major action based on this audiobook today. Do not wait until tomorrow morning. Do not wait until next Monday. Do not wait until you feel perfectly ready. Delete the app right now. Write down your certainties right now. Start your project in absolute silence right now. You have spent enough time searching for hidden knowledge. You have spent enough time reading, wondering, and wishing. The esoteric wisdom is now inside you. The master key is firmly in your hand. Stop chasing your own tail. Wake up to your immense power. Now turn the key. Start today. That's how you win.